There once lived a man by the name of Samuel in a small village tucked away amid vast hills. Samuel was a straightforward and modest man who took comfort in the peaceful beauty of his surroundings. But fate had other ideas, and soon he would find himself in a precarious situation due to unanticipated events. A sense of unease crept into the village one sunny morning as Samuel went out to tend his land. Word of a notorious group of miscreants heading their way had gone viral. 100 vicious, belligerent men, armed only with their sheer numbers, had been terrorizing neighboring towns, wreaking havoc in their wake. The villagers thought about their situation and felt a wave of fear. They had no idea that Samuel had been quietly practicing his marksmanship for years. He was able to achieve unmatched accuracy with his trusted rifle, thanks to his steady hand and unwavering focus. Samuel promised to only use it as a violent weapon to defend himself and other people. Samuel was soon informed of the impending assault. Upon realizing the villagers' helplessness, he made the decision to defend those in his immediate vicinity. Samuel took on the responsibility and stood tall, determined to face the challenges that lay ahead. When the sun set, the village was engulfed in darkness. After a moment of silence, the approaching horde's distant murmurs broke the stillness. Samuel realized he needed to move quickly. Armed with his rifle and a relentless will, he took up a strategic position on a hilltop overlooking the entrance to the village. The threatening figures that were gradually intruding upon the modest cottages were visible under the moon's ethereal glow. The crowd became more confident that their overwhelming force would ensure victory with each cautious step. The one thing they had not counted on was how strong Samuel's heart was. The silence was broken abruptly by a single bullet that sliced through the atmosphere. The assembly froze, staring at the source of the disturbance. Samuel kept firing his shots methodically and precisely, unflinching in his resolve. The gunfire echoed through the night, frightening and inspiring fear in the hearts of the villagers and the attackers alike. The attackers were disarmed one by Samuel's accurate shooting. The remaining men were overcome with fear, and their unity broke down when they realized how skilled their opponent was. Their resolve was weakened as doubt started to proliferate among their ranks like a poisonous snake. With his face shining with sweat and resolve, Samuel emerged from the shadows as dawn approached, carrying a rifle. The man who was firm and unwavering in his purpose left the 100 men who had disregarded the limits of decency and peace in a humble position. As they watched the change happen, the villagers were in awe of Samuel's bravery and unwavering spirit. Samuel had imparted to them a valuable lesson before humbly going back to his plain life. Even the most powerful forces of evil can be defeated in the face of insurmountable obstacles through commitment, bravery, and inner strength. Samuel's tale was passed down through the ages from that point on, inspiring hope and fortitude in those who were in need. They might not have been armed, but Samuel had shown that one determined soul could defeat 100 aimless hearts. This story carries several educational themes worth exploring. Here are a few key takeaways. 1. Courage and speaking up for others. The narrative emphasizes the value of having the guts to speak up for what is right. Samuel, a lone man, made the decision to keep the helpless villagers safe from the roving gang. This tells us the importance of bravery and the power that comes from people choosing to speak out against injustice. 2. The value of education and skill development. Samuel's ability to shoot was essential to the village's defense. This highlights the value of education and ongoing skill development. Samuel was able to employ his marksmanship skills effectively when the occasion demanded it, because he had dedicated time to improving them. This highlights how education has the capacity to transform lives and enable people to take on challenges for which they may not otherwise be prepared. 3. Defying adversity and showing resilience. Samuel's triumph over the 100 men highlights the significance of resilience when confronted with hardship. Samuel was vastly outnumbered, but he did not waver and kept his eyes on his objective. This serves as a reminder that persistence and a positive outlook can help overcome obstacles that appear insurmountable. 4. Leadership and accountability. Samuel demonstrates his leadership abilities in this story. He assumed responsibility for looking out for his fellow villagers after realizing how vulnerable they were. He exhibited the traits of a true leader, one who prioritizes the well-being of others over his own by his deeds. It teaches us the value of exercising responsible leadership, being kind to others, and applying our skills for the benefit of society as a whole. 5. Morality and ethical decision-making lessons. Samuel's resolve to limit his gun use to defensive situations rather than acts of aggression highlights the significance of moral decision-making. It reminds us that having authority does not mean misusing it. People are urged by the story to think about the moral ramifications of their decisions and act in accordance with their values. All things considered, this story offers insightful teaching points about courage, learning, fortitude, leadership, and morality. It inspires people to apply these lessons to their own lives by promoting critical thinking and introspection on these themes. Thank you for watching. Your time and attention are greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to stay updated on future releases. Your support means a lot, and I look forward to sharing more with you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and thank you for being a part of this journey.